There are places on Earth that feel eternal, unchanging, fixed in stone. Here, in the Canadian Rockies, the wind screams a story of ice and altitude. But look closer at the stone. It is dark, layered, like pages in a closed book. This rock should not be here. 8,000 feet in the air, covered in snow. Because this isn't a mountain range, it's a graveyard, and it's a crime scene. Let us tear down the mountains, let us melt the ice, let us rewind the clock. 500 million years, the continents slide across the globe like ships at sea. Canada disappears. We are drifting south, towards the equator. Welcome to the Cambrian Earth, a silent planet. No birds, no trees, no grass. The land is a barren wasteland of rust and rock, but the ocean is alive. Take a breath, hold it. We are going under. This is the Great Blue Wonder, a shallow, sun-drenched sea covering the continent. For billions of years, life was simple, microscopic, boring. It waited for a spark. That spark was oxygen, produced by these mats for eons, finally reaching a tipping point. The water is now supercharged. It allows for bigger bodies, more complex engines. In the old world, you could drift, you could be soft, you were safe. But the Cambrian is not safe. It is crowded, it is competitive. The ocean floor is crawling. Everyone is looking for an advantage. Innovation number 1, armor, taking minerals from the water to build a fortress. The trilobite, a tank in a world of jelly. It survives by becoming inedible. But defense is only half the battle. To win, you must attack. And to attack, you need data. You need to know where your enemy is. Life invented the camera, the eye. It started as a simple light detector. Then it gained a lens, focus, depth perception. The lights just turned on. And with sight came the hunter. The game of hide and seek has begun. Let us walk through this alien garden. The shapes here defy our modern logic. Creatures like Hallucigenia, a walking pincushion. Scientists laughed when they first saw it. But these spines are not a joke. They are a warning. Do not bite me. Wywaxia, covered in scale mail, armed with daggers, a slug ready for war. The Cambrian Explosion wasn't just about diversity, it was about density. Every square inch is contested. If you stop moving, you die. But there is one shadow that everyone fears, one shape that clears the reef. A giant among midgets, a biological machine built for one purpose. It patrols the skyline, watching, waiting, the first true apex predator. And right now, it has found its target. Camouflage is the first defense. If they cannot see you, they cannot eat you. But the predators are upgrading. Their vision cuts through the disguise. Soft bodies are a liability. flesh alone is no longer enough to survive. So, life hardens. Creatures drink the calcium from the sea to forge exoskeletons. The exoskeleton, a portable fortress. It forces the predator to work harder for a meal. Evolution begins to experiment. Behold Opabinia, a design that seems like a mistake. 5 eyes on stalks, a panoramic surveillance system. Nothing approaches without being seen. And a long clawed nozzle. It can snatch prey from the safety of the mud. It is strange, it is awkward, but in this chaotic world, weird works. But weirdness has a limit. Eventually, pure power takes the throne. Return to the king, Anomalocaris. In a world of insects, this is a dragon. It glides on waves of flesh, a propulsion system that is silent and effortless. Frontal appendages, spiked, grasping arms. They are not for walking, they are for seizing. And the mouth, a crushing ring of plates. It cannot chew, it cracks. It spots a trilobite. The armor is strong, but the hunter is stronger. The dive is silent, the strike is instant. The claws flip the tank, exposing the soft underbelly. Intelligence overcomes armor. The king feeds. For 20 million years, this creature has no equal. Its reign drives the evolution of everything else. Run faster, grow harder, or die. This pressure creates complex behaviors, swarming, schooling, safety in numbers. But the sun eventually sets, and in the dark, the rules change again. Bioluminescence, living light, used to attract mates or lure prey into the dark. Growth requires risk. To get bigger, you must shed your armor, you must molt. For a few hours, you are naked, soft, the most dangerous moment of your life. Nothing is wasted. The seabed is a recycling plant. Every atom is reused. Life begins to partition the world. The swimmers claim the light. The crawlers claim the mud. We see the first social behaviors. Migration, moving together across the empty plains. They march for miles, driven by instinct, driven by the changing seasons. The moon is closer. The tides are violent, stripping the coastlines twice a day. If you are caught in the tide, you are trapped, exposed to the burning sun. The land is still lethal. There is no ozone layer to block the radiation. The water is the only shield. Life clings to the edge of the continent. But the planet is restless. Deep beneath the crust, the engines are turning. The chemistry is shifting. The oxygen pump is about to fail. The golden age of the Cambrian is ending. The great filter approaches. The Earth is not a stable stage. It is a volatile beast. The volcanoes awake. Ash rains from the sky. It poisons the water. It chokes the sunlight. The oxygen factories shut down. The plankton dies. The food chain collapses from the bottom up. Anoxia, the suffocation of the ocean, the invisible killer that stalks the deep. And from the south, the cold returns. Glaciers advance, locking up the water. The tropical paradise becomes a refrigerator. Metabolism slows. The great engine stalls. Evolution built these creatures for a warm, oxygen-rich world that no longer exists. The king is in trouble. A massive body requires massive amounts of fuel. But the tank is empty. The very size that made him a king now seals his doom. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The reign of the monster is over. The Cambrian Ordovician extinction. Nature is balancing the ledger, wiping the slate clean. Flesh rots, but mud preserves. The monsters become stone, waiting for us to find them. But amidst the death, there is movement, a survivor hiding in the wreckage. Meet Pikaia. It looks like a worm. It looks insignificant. Do not be fooled. It doesn't have armor, it doesn't have claws, but it has a new kind of movement. Inside its body runs a flexible rod, the notochord, the first draft of a spine. This rod acts as a spring. It gives muscles something to pull against. It stores energy. Speed, agility. While the armored tanks sink, the agile swimmer escapes. It can hide. It requires less oxygen. It waits for the world to heal. This tiny creature is the bottleneck, the thread that connects the past to the future. If Pikaia dies here, the vertebrate story ends. No fish, no dinosaurs, no mammals. No humans. This worm is your grandfather. You are carrying his blueprint right now. It swims through the apocalypse, carrying the genetic code of everything we know. The darkness lifts. The extinction ends. The survivors emerge into a new era. The monsters are gone. The stage is empty, and the vertebrates begin their rise. Time accelerates. The seabed is lifted up, crushed, folded into mountains. Soft flesh becomes black carbon, a shadow burned into the stone. We return to the surface. 500 million years later, the world has frozen over. A hammer blow breaks the silence. We crack open the book. And there it is, the ghost of the ancestor, staring back at its descendant. Flesh touches stone. The circle is complete. We stand upright, supported by the very same notochord that saved Pikaia. We are not strangers here. We are the children of this sea, returning home. The monsters are gone, but their legacy remains in the design of every eye that sees. Every time you open your eyes, you are using technology invented in the Cambrian. Geography dictated our destiny. The water shaped our bones. The continents will move again. The ice will melt again. The cycle continues. Life is a relentless struggle to adapt, and the Earth always wins in the end. This was the blueprint of life.